So I'm sure many of you are familiar with Skyblivion, which is Oblivion remade in Skyrim's engine by a group of modders. Well, here's the Morrowind version, Skywind, which got a gameplay sort of demo thing that I think they did showcase a little bit at Gamescom for whatever reason. I'm not sure exactly how that came about being or where to find that. However, this is the gameplay that they showed off. And for similar reasons to the video on Skyblivion, which is made by more or less the same people, the Elder Scrolls Renewal project sort of thing. It's the same overall group essentially. I thought Skywind would be more than worthy of some coverage on this channel just as respect to the modders who've made this, because it looks incredible. I mean, gameplay looks by the by. It looks kind of like the Dragonborn DLC for Skyrim, but with a little bit less sand all over the place, or ash. It's actually ash, isn't it? My bad. Well, obviously textures and things have been done for Morrowind, and it looks like Morrowind but in Skyrim's engine, and it's complete with a really nice looking Morrowind version of the Skyrim HUD. I believe they're going to do a similar thing for Skyblivion as well, where they redo the HUD to make it more Oblivion-esque, and it does this entire overall aesthetic, an entire world of good. It essentially takes the feel of Skyrim completely away and gives you the entire feel of Morrowind. We all know that Morrowind was a bit of a dialogue fest, so I was a bit confused as to how they were going to manage that, and they seem to have managed it quite well here in the dialogue options, and also in turning Morrowind's non-voice acted lines into voice acted lines in Skywind. It doesn't seem like too much of a mouthful in dialogue either, though I get the vibe that sometimes the dialogue might go on a bit too far, because in the end of the day, this is Morrowind. So you might spend a couple of minutes listening to one like little bit of dialogue or something in a quest at some point. They might have found a way to work around that, but in the end of the day, do they really have to? They want to make an authentic Morrowind experience in Skyrim's engine. I'd imagine they want to keep some bits the same-ish. Another cool thing we saw was the map, where everything's sort of tinted a little bit beige-ish, which makes it look a bit more Morrowind in style. The sound effects are slightly different as well, which is also pretty cool. And honestly, it just doesn't feel like Skyrim, it feels like Morrowind, which is amazing, which is exactly what they wanted to go for, and it looks like they nailed it. Now, the gameplay also showed off spear combat, which is not actually in Skyrim's engine, because there were no spears in the base game. There weren't in any of the DLC, so I'd imagine it probably needs a script extender at least for this, but it looks decent enough. I wouldn't say it looks too fluid, but then again, Skyrim's engine's never been fluid, has it? But in the end of the day, this is a mod, and the fact that they've tried to put it in there, and it works to an agreeable degree, shows the passion from the team. And like I said, they want to make it as much like Morrowind as they possibly can, but in a more modern engine, and since spears were in Morrowind, they had to go in there. And people would have been requesting them willy-nilly because they weren't in Skyrim, and I don't think they were in Oblivion either. Obviously, what's there looks like pretty raw stuff. It doesn't look quite complete yet, and I imagine it's getting pretty close, and this is just a small area with a small quest that was agreeable for a gameplay demo. For example, I think this is just a pretty simple Morag Tong assassination mission, but it is cool seeing this and Skyblivion now coming together after all these years of learning little bits as the modders develop them. And I'm honestly not sure which one I'm more excited for now, Skywind or Skyblivion. Either way, I know I'm more excited for those than the Elder Scrolls 6. I guess that's a good indication that says that these guys are doing something right, as these are more exciting in prospect than the Elder Scrolls 6 is currently. So as a message to anyone who works on Skywind or Skyblivion, keep cracking, lads. You're doing a great job. I'm accounting for both sexes there. I call everyone lads. Just chill. I'll leave a link in the description to the full gameplay for you to check out. I highly recommend you do so because it's really cool. But anyways, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. And I will see you all very soon with another video or stream at some point. But until then, goodbye.